What up, everybody? It is your boy Baddog here with another New York Giants video. They're getting tougher and tougher to make, but as always, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Don't forget to hit the hype button for whatever the hell it does, and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 153,000 subscribers. That'd be great. Big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring the video, as always. Guys and girls, Sleeper. 11 million people are using the Sleeper app, fastest growing app out there. You can pick over/under stats. You can play daily fantasy contests, college football, college basketball, NBA, all that good stuff. You can do it within 30 seconds. $1 minimum entries, going 1,000 times your cash. Two great promotions going right now. Click the link in the description. Enter the promo code BADDOG, BADDOG. You get a 100% match deposit bonus up to $100 on your first deposit. Also, if you don't have a Sleeper account and you want to join in on the fun, click the link in the description. Open a Sleeper account, free $20. You don't got to do anything else. Just open a Sleeper account using that link in the description. You get $20 to play with, and if you like it, you can still get this promotion. So check out Sleeper. A lot of people love it. You will too. This Giant season's a disaster. Falling right off the rails again. For the 8th time in 9 years, the Giants have started 2-6 or 1-7. So 2-6, we're doing good. We're doing good. For a little while, we had a little bit of momentum. You know, we beat the Eagles, and people were talking about the Giants. And for 52 minutes in Denver, it looked like we were going to go to 3-4, and things were starting to turn around here and there, just like that. It all turned around again, and the old Giants showed up. A lot of this falls on Brian Daboll. Shane Bowen should have been out of here yesterday. Should have been out of here after Denver. After that debacle in Denver where you give up 33 points in the fourth quarter, and then your quarterback goes down, scores a go-ahead touchdown with 37 seconds to go. You need to win that game. We don't. Feel like the defense has quit on Bowen. Don't feel like they're giving 100% effort. Looks like they checked out some of them. They're not happy with him. It's obvious by what Brian Burns said after the game about dropping 8. Dexter Lawrence pretty much saying, you got to ask Coach. Dexter Lawrence don't look anywhere like Dexter Lawrence. Giants are getting run all over, giving up almost 6 yards a carry, which is just fucking pathetic. 5.7 yards carry. They gave up 277 against the Eagles on Sunday. There's a major problem with the defense. Going into the year, you would say the Giants defense is going to keep you in games. The offense just has to do enough to win it. It became the complete opposite. He should be fired, but he should be fired because Brian Daboll also has a major part of that. That's Brian Daboll's guy. Brian Daboll could change defenses. Brian Daboll could change play calls. Brian Daboll don't do any of it. So let's get into it. Daniel Jones, obviously, when he played for New York, was a very contentious figure. A lot of people wanted him out of here. I'm one of them. But at the same token, I also said that they should sign him to the contract they did. I was fine with them signing the contract. I was all over the place with Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones would show flashes of being an amazing quarterback, and then he would look like a guy that just doesn't belong in the NFL. It was crazy, his fluctuations and his ups and downs within a week's time. It was insanity. Brian Daboll was supposed to be this quarterback guru. Josh Allen ain't missed a beat. Josh Allen won an MVP without Brian Daboll. Josh Allen didn't need Brian Daboll. And it's obvious that Daniel Jones didn't need him either. And this is why Daniel Jones should get Brian Daboll fired. All you got to do is look at what he's doing in Indianapolis. And you can say that they have a better team, and they do. But Daniel Jones is just a different quarterback over there. The guy's playing like an MVP quarterback, doing things over there we didn't see him do over here on a consistent basis. So he got away from Brian Daboll, and all of a sudden he looks like a guy that definitely was worth the 6th overall pick. Maybe not quite that high, but whatever. He looks way better now than he did here because many weeks he looked like he was a 6th round pick. Brian Daboll, if anything, might have hindered Daniel Jones. He didn't like Daniel Jones. He didn't get along with Daniel Jones. It was obvious that just wasn't it. And you can take a look at the quarterback and say, well, you don't want to mess up Jaxson. You don't want to fire his head coach because look at what happened to Daniel Jones after they fired Pat Sherman. Well, they hired another bad coach. And Joe Judge, he was terrible. And they gave him Jason Garrett as an offensive coordinator. What happens there? And they didn't build anybody around Daniel Jones. They never helped Daniel Jones. Brian Daboll did enough to get him paid, but Daniel Jones already played at a much higher level in Indianapolis his first year than he did here in 2022. And you take a look at what's going on in New England. Well, nobody seemed to worry about Drake May's development by changing coaches after his rookie season. Drake May might be your MVP right now. Drake May leads the league and his completion percentage is like 75. He's insane. Because Drake May is an incredible talent. And again, probably has a lot to do with his own. He didn't need the coach there. He didn't need that to succeed. Jaxson Dart doesn't need Brian Daboll to succeed. It's the other way around, man. Brian Daboll's clinging to Jaxson Dart because he knows, well, my job depends on Jaxson Dart. But the fact of the matter is, if you take a look at Jaxson Dart's best plays, they're improvised. They're improvised. It's when he's running around, making plays with his legs, extending plays, throwing the ball with his arm, just doing a lot of different things. That's off script. Not on script. Does Jaxson Dart have stuff to work on? Absolutely. He needs to work on throwing the deep ball more accurately. Okay, because he has no problem throwing it. He's not afraid to throw the ball down the field. But, again, he's got to work on that stuff. Where I think Daniel Jones was given a short leash and was screamed at every time he made a mistake, I don't think Brian Daboll does that with Jaxson Dart. But I also think if you brought in a better head coach and a better coaching staff in general, and the team got better around Jaxson Dart, Jaxson Dart's going to be more successful without him. You don't want to enhance a losing culture. We talked about this on Giants Collective. You don't want to enhance a losing culture on Jaxson Dart. It wears on guys, okay? It wears on guys that have been here for a long time. And when they get out of here, you see how much better they play. Now, granted, Barkley went to a much better team, but Barkley was rejuvenated last year. There is no doubt about it. Did not run like that here in 2023. Daniel Jones, again, that speaks for itself. Xavier McKinney, you name it, Julian Love. Guys leave the Giants and they do better. How is that possible? It's obvious if they can play at a Pro Bowl or All-Pro level or MVP level. Well, it's obvious they had the talent, correct? But the coaching staffs of the teams that they went to got the most out of the talent. What the fuck are we doing here? These coaches seem to get the least amount of talent out of these guys. They don't set them up for success. They don't know how to game plan around. They don't know how to scheme guys open. They don't know how to make these talented guys succeed. So I look at Evan Neal, man. I guarantee, well, I shouldn't guarantee, but I almost bet anything. Evan Neal, when he leaves here, he's going to go somewhere else because somebody's taking him. Somebody's signing Evan Neal. No one's going to go, oh, he's a 7th overall pick. We're just going to dump him. Somebody's going to take him. And wherever he goes, he'll be way better than he was here. Way better. Jen and I, probably the same thing. There's a reason this is happening. The incompetency of the New York Giants coaching staff for years has hindered these players. Jaxson Dart can succeed without Brian Daboll. There is not a doubt in my mind. Jaxson Dart has talent. It's not like Brian Daboll is taking some project here that was a 5th-round pick and he's turning him, water into wine. That's not what Daboll's doing. You don't want Jaxson Dart to sit here and get used to losing. Because once that happens and they get acclimated to losing, that becomes their mentality. You've already fucked 2 games up on that kid not 2, I'm sorry. You already fucked 1 game up on that kid when he gave you the lead, when they scored 32 points and you were up 19-0 in the 4th quarter and you couldn't close it out. So it's just ridiculous to think that Brian Daboll is going to be the reason Jaxson Dart succeeds. I feel like you either have that or you don't. And I feel like better coaching can make Jaxson Dart an even better player. You don't want a coach that's going to hinder him. You don't want a coach that's going to kind of keep him at the level he's at and not get more out of him. Brian Daboll don't need to be here for that. And you don't need to look any further than Daniel Jones. Because if you're watching these 2 guys play, and I don't know what Jaxson Dart's going to be, and Daniel Jones didn't become the guy he is until year 7. We always used to joke around. Year 6 is going to turn around. Here comes year 4. It's going to be the year. Here comes year 5. It's going to be year 6 of Daniel Jones. We used to joke around. I guess year 7 was the lucky number, right? Lucky number because he's not on the Giants anymore. You don't want to have to do that with Jaxson Dart. You don't want to have to go year 2 of Jaxson Dart, year 3 of Jaxson. You want to see the guy immediately progress. You want to see him progress throughout the year, and you want to see him progress into next year. You want to see him keep evolving, man. They didn't do that with Daniel Jones. And I'm afraid that this coaching staff might end up doing that to him. And you don't want to do that. You want to win football games. He's a competitor. He's wise beyond his years. He's very smart, without question. And he takes losses hard. He wants to win. He's a competitor. It's obvious. Get him a head coach that knows how to win football games. Get him a coaching staff that knows how to win football games. Now, about Joe Schoen, listen, I can go either way with that. If they keep him, I'm fine with it. If they fire him, I'm fine with it. If you're one of those people that feels like they should just wipe it all clean, I'm cool with that. I just want what's best for our young players and our football team going forward. And I don't think that Brian Daboll and this coaching staff is the answer for that to happen. Should be fired at the end of the year. Unless the Giants somehow win 7 of the next 8 games or something crazy, which, that's not going to happen. The Giants end up 4-13 again or 5-12. I don't want to hear excuses about, Scatterboo got hurt and Neighbors got hurt and this guy and that guy and look at how good Jaxson is. No, it's time. You got to do something drastic. You have to do something drastic. You can't keep doing the same things and just remain status quo when you've been a losing football team. And not just a losing football team, one of the worst football teams. You're not going 7-10. You're not going 8-9. You're not competing. You're 2-6 again. And again, with this schedule, you're probably looking at 4-13, 5-12. That ain't getting it done. You don't want to ruin this kid's mentality. You don't want to do that to him. And I feel like this coaching staff very well could do that to him. You'll have to make a change at some point. Shane Bones should be gone yesterday. You can fire that guy at any time. I'm fine with it. You want to hold on to Daboll to the bye week? You want to hold on for Daboll a little bit long? Fine. You want to hold on to Daboll till the end of the year? Fine. Next year, you should not be coaching this team. That's the way I feel. Thank you for watching the video. Appreciate it. Again, if you've made it this far, you're a legend. Like it, subscribe, ring the bell. See you in the next one. Bad Diggy Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace.